Hello folks, Recent FIFA here, and welcome to the first episode of one of my new series that I'm going to have on the go. It is tentatively titled Jinxing Jonas. I posted a video about it not all that long ago, asking for suggestions, because it is kind of an extension of a previous series, which was the Manual Challenges series, except it's a bit different. If you know my channel, you know this guy on the screen, Jonas from Valencia. I keep maintaining that for some reason, when I use him, he just seems to find a way to get a goal. Don't know how, he just does. And the idea of this series is I want to put him to the test and see if you guys set challenges for him, can I be as prolific with him? Can I still manage to score with him? So the first challenge, the challenge for this first video was set by Smurfenstein HD, who said Jonas can only score with a header. Now the idea of this series is that I keep going, I keep playing until I manage to fulfill the condition. I'll go through the team quickly. We've got Diego Lopez in goal, Ali Sissoko, I didn't mean to switch them there. Moreno at centre-back, alongside Miranda from Atletico Madrid. João Pereira, Valencia teammate of Jonas at right-back. Sami Khedira and Alex Song as the holding midfielders. On the sort of left cam, if you will. Arda Turan, Jonas himself, obviously at centre-forward. Isco from Malaga and Soldado up front. That was a team built on the cheap. It didn't cost me very much. Wasn't trying to use an amazing team or anything like that for this one. Just a basic La Liga team. And this was the team I came up against, a full Brazilian squad, not the most amazing squad in the world, but not necessarily going to be too hard, you would have thought, but decent defence. And obviously, because Jonas isn't the tallest or the strongest, and I think his heading rating is something like 61, not necessarily the easiest team to score a header against. Now, to clarify from the suggestions video, the idea of this series is that I don't have to win the game necessarily, I don't have to avoid defeat or whatever. I just keep going with the given challenge until Jonas scores. So I can score with other people, I can, play the game normally if I want to, but I have to keep going until... I haven't sort of beaten the challenge until Jonas scores with a given condition. And there are two different ways that this can go. You can either set a challenge where it's to do with the way he actually has to score, which is this one. So, for example, only score with a header, only score with a volley, has to score when he's playing completely out of position, has to, score outside the box, score with a finesse shot, all kinds of things. Or alternatively, there is a team sort of based challenge where you set a particular squad. It could be just an ordinary squad where you just want to see me try using a certain formation or something like that. It could be something simple like that. Or you can make it a bit harder. The next episode is going to be with him only in a bronze squad, so all of the other players around him are bronzes. He's the only gold player, trying to get him a goal playing in that team. You can set ridiculous teams, like incredibly slow teams. There's a suggestion which was quite popular where I build a team entirely from packs, open a few packs and just see whether or not I can get a goal with him in a team which will probably almost certainly end up having almost no chemistry. And there's things like that. So, but the idea is I will keep going until Jonas scores. So it could be over in theory in about 10 minutes of a game. It could take several games. I just don't know. We'll just have to see. And as you've sort of seen so far, a lot of crossing attempts, but not really managing to get too close. I had one where I got a bit close, and then I ended up getting embarrassed because I got headed past on my own challenge by Diego, who is about 5'8" or something. He's not very tall, and he managed to find a way to nod it past my keeper, who I wasn't very happy with, incidentally. Really should have done better there, but oh well. When I was doing the Manual Challenges series on FIFA 12, if you never saw that, what it was me setting challenges for the whole team as opposed to one player in general. And I never got done by my own challenge in that. However, here, Diego nods in another header into the far corner, somehow beating my defender in the air. And basically, someone is almost seeming to be doing my own challenge against me here, and I'm falling victim to it. It was something that never happened to me in the Manual Challenges series. I always got kind of lucky with that, but here things were not going very well. They're a little bit unlucky. Soldado, probably not the player I wanted to switch to. I was aiming for Jonas, but it didn't lock onto him. not a lot I could do, but you've noticed, I'm sure, that a lot of the time I'm trying to get into crossing positions. That was the first one where I really went close, where I actually managed to get ahead with Jonas on target, but not a lot of power and straight at the keeper. But I'm trying an awful lot to work crossing positions, or positions where I can do a sort of chipped ball onto Jonas's head. And it was a tough challenge. I probably wasn't helped by the fact that I'm using a 4-2-3-1, and considering the fact that that doesn't have any wingers or left midfielders, right midfielders, it only has the cams, probably lacking a bit of width, which would have been really helpful in this challenge. Here was one where I was hoping to get a chance, but Jonas didn't quite keep his run going, and I ended up overheading the cross. This was a difficult challenge. It was hard to... If it was just a case of only having to score a header, I'd have probably been able to do it reasonably easily. But the fact that I had to do it with one specific player meant I had to keep track of where he was on the pitch, whether or not he was in space, and that was hard to do. Here, I aim for Jonas with a cross from Khedira, hugely overhit it, but it comes to Isco, and Isco chips the ball up, and Jonas gets there and heads it into the far corner of the net. Stop the clock at 71 minutes. Jonas scores a header. That is challenge done. I'll be honest, I thought this one would take longer, but a chance came along and Jonas took it superbly. See again, great leap just to get in front of the defender. Keeper can't get anywhere near it. Now obviously, some of these challenges might end extremely quickly. I won't just end the video there, so obviously what I wanted to do now that the challenge was passed, was if I could try and get an equaliser or maybe go on and win it. Jonas had an effort there with the outside of his foot, but it went a bit wide. Unfortunately for me, I was not going to be able to get back in this game because out of nowhere, one chip through ball over the top. That's just the way Ultimate Team seems to work. Keeper comes out, gets done by actually a very clever touch by Wagner Love, who slots it into the empty net, and it actually ends up finishing up a 3-1 defeat. So despite the fact that I lost, the challenge is passed because Jonas did manage to score with a header, and it only took him 71 minutes. If I hadn't managed to score in that game with a header, I would have just done another game and another game and another game until I managed it. But obviously, ideally, I would like to get it done as quickly as possible, and I'll be quite curious to see which challenges I manage to do somewhat quickly and which take me a long time. So this is a kind of pilot episode, if you will. I would love some feedback on this so that you guys can tell me what you think, whether or not you like the idea, whether or not you like the format, if you think something needs tweaking. I'm all ears. Please just leave a comment with your suggestions. If you have a suggestion for more challenges, also leave those in a comment below. The next one, as I mentioned, is going to be someone set a bronze squad challenge, so that's going to be the next one. So it can either be the way he has to score, or it can be a team-based challenge. I've also got a few others from the original suggestions video, which I will be doing at some point as well. So if you can let me know what you think and leave comments with suggestions if you have them, that would be fantastic. I'll just give you the replay of Jonas's excellent header there. And it will be great if you can leave me some feedback and see if we can stop Jonas scoring. Thank you guys, see you next time, and play manual.